Hey everyone, it's Marie Melissa, NLP life-changing coach. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe and hit the bell button so that you can get a notification every Monday when I put out my video. For this week, I'm going to talk to you about principle number 2. Actually, it's not necessarily principle number 2, but it's a second principle of NLP, and this one is called the map is not the territory. So if you can imagine the territory, right? You can look behind your house, and you'll notice that there's a territory out there. If you were to make a map, or if you were to take an existing map of that territory, you'd notice that the maps might be different, depending on who made the map, depending on what type of map. So that's what we mean by the map is not the territory. The actual things that are out there are very different depending on who is looking at them. So I'll start by giving you one simple example. So if you take an orange, the fruit, the orange, the fruit, and you imagine it. So just take a moment to imagine the orange. So you can close your eyes if that helps. If not, you can keep your eyes open and notice what shape that orange has, what size, the color. Is it bright? Is it darker orange? How about the texture? Then where is it? If you'd have to point to it, where would it be? Is it full or is it open? Do you see a slice or what do you see? Is there maybe a music accompanying it or a song? How about, is there a taste already that you can taste in your mouth? Is the orange just there floating in midair, or is it on a plate or on a table or in a basket? So now you have your orange, right? Have you ever thought that not everybody thinks of an orange in the same way? So my orange, when I imagine an orange, it's right here in front of me. It's about that size. It has the little ripples in it. It's a nice, a bright orange. It's complete. There's no pieces taken out of it. And it's floating in midair. So why don't you do the exercise and then ask a friend how their orange is. And you'll notice that every friend will have a different orange. Again, so the map is your interpretation of this orange, and the territory is that actual orange, right? And this is the same thing with words. So I'll tell you a funny story, or interesting anyway. When I was doing my NLP training, we were having a discussion. So I did my training in French, by the way. I was having a discussion. Someone asked me what were my origins. And so I told them. So my mother is from Quebec, and my father is Greek and Slovak. So I tell my friend, there were two people sitting there. So I tell them, I'm a bâtard. And bâtard is bastard. And one of the girls that was there, it was two girls, one of the girls, she was appalled that I would use that word to describe myself. And for me, it was just funny, like you would call a bastard animal, a dog or a cat, and I was a bâtard. And the other one, she was kind of in agreement with the other one, but it didn't like get to her that much. So that's really interesting, eh? So it's the same word, it has the same signification, but the results are so different when you say it. And another really interesting thing I find is, notice if you speak several different languages and you have the same word, how different it makes you feel. So for me, not all words are like that, but for me, this word bastard in English makes me cringe. It tightens up in here. I get all tight in here and I don't feel very comfortable saying it out loud. When I say it in French, when I say bâtard, it's more funny, it's light, it's more a humor, it's a funny thing. Well, that's really interesting to note as well. So this was an example with an orange and a word. So imagine now if you put a bunch of words together, a bunch of things, and now you start communicating with somebody, and how your map can be really different from somebody else's. It is fairly similar as well, and it can be very, very different if you go to different cultures. If you're in the same culture, or maybe even in the same family, then it can be a lot similar. Maybe not as well. But it's important or interesting to consider that the map is not the territory when you're communicating with somebody, and the implications that that might have. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Write in the comments down below different things, different comments, subjects you'd like to hear. Describe your orange, or let me know how you feel about the word bastard or bâtard. And that's it for this week. I'll see you next Monday with a new video. So principle number 3. Have a nice week. See you guys. Bye.